What is going on, YouTube? It's Ed here, and today we are talking about Trigun Stampede, episode 5. This episode was a little crazy because it was a little disturbing, to be honest. So we start off now with the full crew of 4 people. We have Meryl, I keep forgetting that guy's name. We have Nick Wolfwood and Vash. They're on their way to another town. And for a moment, I was a little confused about this town because they kept going between a flashback and the present day. Maybe I wasn't paying attention enough, but like I didn't realize it was a flashback until like halfway through the episode. Basically, there is one of the, I guess you can say, big bads that are working with knives, and apparently it's a knives gang or million knives gang that I don't think they mentioned in previous episodes, or maybe I just missed it. I don't know. So Meryl was saying, "Oh, it's the Million Knives gang that's doing all this stuff," which, yeah, it's news to me. And one of, I guess, the henchmen, you can say, is this big buff, like crazy looking monster thing, who has like a skull, like digital helmet on, and has like giant guns. It's basically like a human manifestation of the heavy arms Gundam in a way, right? So, um, and it's chasing around Vash and Meryl and them, but it's only after Vash for some reason. And then we find out that this is the person that was in this thing, or is the henchman monster, was a kid named Rolo. And this kid was experimented on by a bunch of Knives, other henchmen, and was made into this thing by some kind of crazy drug enhancement that was like a little disturbing when like it was like manifesting. It was like making his chest bubble and all this craziness. And we find out that that was the kid, and it's just frankly kind of heartbreaking because the kid was like suffering from some kind of sickness that would, like, kill him in a year or two or something like that. And these people pretended to be some kind of religion that where there's like a monster that they have to pray to, and then basically use these people's like kind of night um lack of education and understanding to manipulate them, turn them on to test subjects. And it was frankly like it's, I mean, I guess it shows more into just how bad these people are. Like they have zero care for the people of this planet, and they just are using them like guinea pigs. So I'm guessing Vash is either running from that or trying to stop it in some shape or form. We see more of, there's a little bit more action. We see more of Wolfwood's, like, and how he handles the cross. It's still the machine gun thing going on. There are no pistols still. I don't think there will be pistols that come out of it. So that's probably how his weapon is going to be from now on. But overall, I think it paints an interesting picture of like kind of the world that they live in and what Knives is doing. There's a lot more terror and a lot more. It seems like the themes of Smash or of Trigun Stampede is that it's it's a lot more darker. It's definitely a lot darker in terms of this series compared to the old one, where it was like a lot more lighthearted. It was a lot more comedy, especially with Vash. This Vash is like significantly less funny. I mean, he has like a fairly jolly spirit, so to say. Like he is very optimistic, and he is like clearly a caring person. But there is just like the tone of this anime is just like, and I don't know if that was how it's supposed to be, but it is now. So uh I don't know how I feel about that because the old one was just so much more different than this. But overall, I'm still enjoying the series though. Like it's still fun to watch. Like I'm still curious to what happens. All these different characters. I do wish there was like a little bit more character development. Because right now, like it's kind of like the way the series is developing. It's like, oh, it expects you to kind of know Trigun world already, so they're not going to do a whole lot of character development. But at the same time, they've changed so much that you kind of need new character development because it's not the same at the end of the day. So I don't know. I'm like a little. It's kind of like has this incomplete effect here. Basically, like if I had to describe it, it's like if a person told you how to cook a dish over the phone and they told you most of it, and then the person cooking decided to leave certain ingredients out, but like it's still familiar, but it's a little different at the same time. So that's kind of how I view like the first 5 episodes so far. I have no idea how many seasons that this is going to come out with, but overall decent episode. I do kind of want to see more, again, more character development, and arguably more focus just on Vash himself, and more Vash and like this group of characters. I don't really care too much about the villain right now. Just let's just develop them first. So, anyways, that's my take on episode 5. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode. Give the video a like, subscribe, all that jazz. So, and hope everyone's having a great week. Happy Wednesday, and I'll see you back for episode 6. Take it easy, guys.